baby, you.
I think you a lot, don't know part of me. That's what you want, making faces that I ain't never seen before. Switching places to keep you on edge. I wanna make this last for you. It slips right through my fingers, taking you high to low, and I'm losing control. Oh, you wrap my hair around your hand and you hold me. Can you take it? I want you to know what you're in for. Can you take it? Build you up to watch it all fall down. Can you take it? I want you to know what you're in for. Oh, can you take it? Build you up to watch it all fall down. I wanna give it to you like it's the last time I'll get. Don't you get tired on me tonight. I wanna watch the sunrise on us. I wanna know you inside and out. Without a doubt, I'll make you proud. Can't tap out now. I want you to say you need it. Say you're feeling. Tell me that I'm the reason you wanna stay up all night. Can you take it? I want you to know what you're in for. Can you take it? Build you up to watch it all fall down. Can you take it? I want you to know what you're in for. Oh, can you take it? Build you up to watch it all fall down. Can you take it? What you're in for. Can you take it? Watch it fall down. Can you take it? What you're in for. Can you take it? Girl, let me look at you. Girl, you bad, yeah, you know you bad, you a criminal. You laughed and told me you would take my heart, I took it literal. But it ain't like I'm needing it back, you know that you treated the past. You know that I mean it is facts, there's never no need for no question. I can see us really living, loving life forever, baby. Wouldn't it be crazy if we just live in love so strong, so unconditional, right? Like love so full, so wouldn't it be crazy if we just live in love so strong, so unconditional, right? Like love so just what I feel when I see you, yeah. Turn me on like morning light when I feel you, yeah. Easily lost in the feelings you give me and ain't tryna find my way back. Ain't no other woman like that. Whatever you want and deserve, you can have it. Damn right about it, ignite it, yeah. Let's go, no rush though, I'm excited, yeah. Delighted, yeah. That I could be anywhere in the vicinity. Thankful to be here. Wouldn't it be crazy if we live in love so strong, so unconditional, right? Like love so.
What's good, y'all? Welcome in to the finale of season 6. Live after show, our Sistas Keeper, with your good sis, she loves to talk TV with, and
Only me give it to you when I give it to you, but always in the nick of time.
always in the nick of time. And I'm trying to make sure that our audio is good. Okay, it is, because y'all know the little interwebs and the technological whatevers be trying to hate on us. Happy holidays, everybody. Welcome back. I'm excited to be here. I'm excited to see Allie, who is coming to us in the midst of a move. God blessings to your new home, and hopefully you could decompress from all the stress of moving.
Girl, it's something. But before we start, we got to give a shout out to Erica, who done put out about 50 lamb videos in the past 4 days. You have been on it. You have been consistent and persistent, and that is a great feat in these YouTube streets. So I had to give you, I know I gave you your props privately, but you have been doing a phenomenal job. And not only have you been putting out quantity, they are quality based videos.
Thank you,
I just
friend.
want to give you your props for that.
Thank you. That's literally how I
Yeah.
spent my holidays, honestly. I've just been thinking about the shows that I'm watching, specifically Sistas, allowing myself to get excited. Like I was more excited than I knew about all of the new stuff that's coming in season 7. So that really helped me just dive in and have conversations and create videos. It's feeling like I'm back, y'all. This is like what old Erica used to look like a couple months ago. So I appreciate you for noticing and saying something, friend. And I'm excited for
Yeah.
the season that Allie walks into, y'all. Y'all gonna be seeing some really dope stuff over on her channel. Things are aligning. They are really aligning. So thank you for being here along for the
Yes.
ride, y'all. For both of us, it's only upward and onward from here.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
How y'all feeling though? How y'all feeling about tonight's episode? Hopefully you all had happy, healthy, joyous holidays. Drop in the chat and let us know how you feeling. How was your Christmas, Allie? If we could talk about that real quick.
It was good. It was good. I spent time with my family. Um, we had seafood. It was weird because we get there. Of course, we ain't start on time. We're supposed to start at 1.
Okay,
They
that's
came.
early
We're
for some
supposed to be
black
all
people
seafood.
now.
Girl, one of my aunts just decided she wasn't coming, and she told us at the last minute. She was supposed to bring food. Tell me something, I'm not coming, but don't worry about it. I'm okay. So where you at?
What's
Why
going
you not
on?
coming? And where's the food you were supposed to bring?
Right.
Honey, this lady did not show up. It was supposed to be all seafood. We get there, it was like seafood and soul food. I said, I'm done. And I don't do seafood like that. And then you know how you see some food, you like, I ain't gonna eat that. It was a couple of those. It was a couple of those. But for the most part, I just enjoyed my family. I enjoyed my time. And my mother, I told y'all the story. My mom was shot on Christmas, years ago. So it's always a grateful time that she's, what I'm saying, that she's still here. So
Yeah.
that's always a blessing and a plus. But it was cool. It was chill. Then I came back home and I think I watched football until I fell asleep. I think that's
Mm.
what I did.
Okay.
Yeah. How was yours?
Girl, mine was low key. I'm still in LA. I didn't go home this holiday season. I ain't gonna hold y'all. I haven't really been feeling it. Like I don't feel bad, but I also just in being tapped into a lot of stuff that's happening in the world, it was just really hard to just get excited about Christmas in the way that we kind of celebrate it here in the West, and specifically like how capitalism is tied to it. So I really just used it to do whatever the hell I wanted to do, which was like take extended walks with my dog, watch old shows. So like I've been in this Mary Jane place, watching being Mary Jane again,
Mm,
cooking things that I liked, hanging around in pajamas. Like I'm in pajamas now. Y'all gonna see me looking cute again next year because I ain't got it to give this year. So it was really really low key. I spent a good amount of time praying for the world, praying for my family, praying for friends, praying for my community. Yeah, I think that's like the energy I'm on throughout the rest of this week and through the new year. I'm going to be taking 3 days of silence for the new year. I did it last year and it was amazing. But that's
sounds
going to be
good.
3 days of vocal rest, no talking to nobody or talking, period. No computer, no TV, no phone, no nothing. Just myself, nature, like journal, just anything that is disconnected. And I'm really excited for that.
Like that. I like that. I
It's
mean,
hard, but it is like, it's really, really empowering. Like last year, I was just like, I couldn't believe how clear I felt when I removed it. It kind of felt like I was like unplugging from the matrix for 3 days. And you just get so much more clarity when you're not constantly feeding yourself images from wherever, whether it's like social media or news or what your mom needs or your dad or your sisters or whatever.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah, that's another reason why I've been working on those videos. So like I got some things saved up. So y'all not going to notice a difference. Like it's going to look like I'm still online, but everything is going to be scheduled out through the new year as of Saturday. So I'm excited about that.
Yeah.
How about y'all? Anybody have anything that they want to share from their Christmas that they just want to, drop on us? Y'all feeling good? Y'all feeling great? While y'all continue to drop y'all's Christmas and holiday experiences, Daycare Moss gave the episode a 6.5. Barbara Turner said a 8. Angela said a 7. Ooh, it looked like we not really getting no 10. Last week it was 10s, wasn't it? Wasn't it 10s all across the board?
There was a lot of high scores last week. Yeah.
Susan gives it an 8.5. Queen Caleb Boo says Heather is horrible. Okay, I can start now. The train can start to lead the station for me when it come to Heather, because the way that she was talking to that little poor baby, now I could be on her head. But that's what Tyler has been needing to give us this entire time, because he wasn't showing us her actually being trash. We could only go off of the neighbor, and I ain't like that.
Yeah.
Allie's a little
I know
low.
we were asked by, huh?
Hold on, let me see. I think they're saying that you're a little low. I don't know if it's anything I can do on my end. Oh no, you're all the way up to the
Hello.
max on my end. Mm-mm-mm.
Does it sound better? I did have my volume down a little bit.
It sounds louder for me.
Is louder for you?
Yep.
Okay.
Um. Anybody else got any ratings y'all want to share? Dominique says, "I'm glad we don't have to wait months for season 7. It's next week. Yep, it's coming in hot."
Literally.
DJ gives it a 4.
Literally.
Robin K says a half. I can't. You was a little under
Oh
the
man.
weather, but you enjoy family. Well, that's
Oh,
good.
you're feeling better.
Queen Caleb said, "I had a really great Christmas." Yes. Come on, Andre. Also had a
Yeah.
good Christmas. The best part about this time of year, and specifically the holidays, is less about like all the money you got to spend and the gifts you got to buy. It's more about, for me, being able to spend time with family. And the thing that I did do on Christmas as well, I spent a lot of time on the phone. Like, I talked to my dad for 3 hours, and it was crazy because I was just calling, like, wish him happy Merry Christmas and like do the obligatory thing, and then we just wind up on the phone for 3 hours. So much so that his phone died, and he actually called me back, and then we stayed on the phone. So we were on the phone initially for 2 hours, and then we stayed on the phone another hour after his phone died. He called me back, and we were just talking about like life. And I'm like, that's a cool little gift of like being able to talk to him about stuff that we just typically don't never really talk about, and for an extended period of time. And even though I wasn't around him, I felt very close to him. And I got to talk to some friends before Christmas too, for an extended period of time, which I appreciated.
Listen, that's I haven't talked to my dad in a few years
Oh.
actually, but we just don't have that type of relationship. Like we're cordial, but we
Mm-hmm.
don't have a father relationship. But two of my
Gotcha.
friends called me. We've been friends since the 7th grade. They live in North Carolina, and then it made my day. Like we would get the video
Yes.
chat and all of that, and I see them often. And some of my other friends I reconnected with, and we just made a vow that we were going to reconnect and stay connected because we lost two
It's so
classmates
easy.
this
It's so
year,
easy to disconnect. So
and
that's
it was
awesome.
like, yeah, it's so easy. Like it's so easy, and it definitely takes work to maintain those relationships. But the last young lady that we lost, it was a shocker. She just had a baby like 6 months
Oh,
ago, if that.
wow.
If
I'm
that. She left
sorry.
behind three little girls, and her oldest daughter was 10. You know what I'm saying? So it was a shock.
Mm-hmm.
I think they found out she had a heart issue while she was pregnant. And she passed away, I think, 3 weeks ago. So it was like it was a blow. And then when that happened, it's
Damn.
like, wait a minute, we gotta regroup and
Yeah.
make sure you checking on each other and things like that. So, I was grateful, grateful for that. But I'm like, man, you
Yes.
got in your life, a certain relationship, just check on people. You ain't got to talk to them for a long time. Like, hey, sis, hey, bro, I ain't want nothing. I'm just calling to check on you. I just want to hear
Mm-hmm.
your voice. Texting is cool, but I just want to hear your voice and make sure that you're okay. And
Yep.
sometimes you would be surprised what they need to release themselves of by, by talking to you. Because I had
That
an experience
part.
like that. One of my own girls, she's going through a lot health wise. And she has a son and she's losing her sight. It was a lot. And
Ooh.
it also makes you think about the Lord. You think sometimes your stuff is something, but when you hear from somebody else, you're like, thank
Mm-hmm.
you.
Yeah.
There's always somebody who do. a lot, worse than what you are. So it makes you really be grateful,
A hundred
really
percent.
grateful.
100%. And I'm so sorry for y'all's loss, Allie, because Lord, grief does not get any easier, child.
It
I'm really glad
doesn't.
I'm in a
It
great place because
doesn't.
I lost somebody at this point 3 years ago now, my Zach, on the 21st of
Yeah.
December. And whenever it starts to get close to Christmas for the last 3 years, it's been very, very rough. But this year it wasn't. So I'm grateful. I'm very grateful. All right, let's get into this episode. We sitting up here kiki, and it's like the end of the
Let's
year
get
type thing
into it.
too. Y'all realize y'all not gonna see us again until well, you gonna see us on our channels, but live. This is like I think
Yeah.
this is my last public live for the year because my next live will be my members only live. But other than that, y'all better say all you can in 2023, Erica, because I'm coming in 2024 acting brand ass new.
And there's something I want us to leave in 2023 when
Oh,
it comes to sisters, but I guess we'll get to that in a
oh,
minute. But we need to leave some stuff in 2023 and not carry it on to this good old next year.
hello,
And some of
hello.
some of these narratives y'all done made up,
We dropping them. The
okay?
new writers came in and said,
We
we
drop
clean house. So we clean house.
we dropping them. We dropped them. Please leave Karen's baby is Gary in 2023. Please leave that.
Oh my
We're not
gosh.
carrying that into the next year. Leave that alone.
Lord. Child, I was live tweeting from our Sisters Keeper Twitter account because we are on socials now, y'all. And I swear, it just whenever I'm trying to do that, it reminds me of how unhinged some of these fans actually are. But where you want to start at with this episode, Allie?
Girl, I don't even know. Because this episode here was definitely what I expected it to be.
Yeah.
Um, I'm gonna say that. So it really don't matter. I mean, the first 25 minutes was taken up by Gary Hayden, Fatima, Penelope, and all them.
All them.
So you
And
want
it
to
had a
know
couple
Gary,
solid moments. It
all
wasn't
them
dragging
20.
as bad as I think the scene that dragged the most for me was Danny and Tony. I literally tweeted like this could have been a text. This whole scene could have been a damn text.
He could have emailed her, so we still meeting for dinner. Yes, okay, see you then.
And
Why
this
are you here?
cringy ass back and forth with her alluding to wanting to ride on top that man's magic stick. Like, girl, have some decorum, Daniela.
Get a drink in me first, as if you need to be lubricated in any way. You already ready.
Okay, so that's what we starting.
You
We starting with
already
Daniela. Because
okay. Let's go. Let's go
I
there.
can't do it with you. Like, I understand and empathize with the feeling of like sadness and grief from losing a relationship, but you lost a relationship that your ass didn't want to begin with, that you didn't invest in to begin with, that you gaslit the person to begin with, and it was also toxic on his end. It was not mentally a good thing for you to be experiencing that man who will put you into circumstances that will make you have to choose him over choosing yourself when there's clearly things that you need to unpack on an internal ass level. Like Daniela, be for real. And then we gotta listen to you for minutes at a time, reconfirm that you going along with this man specifically so that you can ride on top of his magic stick when your friend is trying to show up and support you in this very grief-filled time because the man that you don't want your ass back, but that hurts for you. Like what? If anybody's gonna be for real in 2024, I needed to be Daniela King because, girl,
In your word that you like to use, Danny was just so unserious for me. So unserious. She starts out by letting Sabrina know that that Preston is married now, and Preston sent a text message along with the picture saying he's blocked out of her life, and you made your decision, I made mine. We don't care.
we do not care.
We so what? You married Crimea River. You didn't care. You don't care. How quick? And but one thing I do like about the whole situation was that Sabrina does know her very well, just like all her friends do.
Mm-hmm.
You get angry, you get upset, and you have sex with some random person. We've seen that happen quite a few times on this show. When it comes to Danny. No, I'm okay. I'm all right. I was curious, and I hope, and Erica, maybe you remember. Did Danny ever tell Sabrina? or any of the other women that Preston gave her that ultimatum?
I don't
Did she ever share that?
remember. I don't remember.
Because I
Danny
don't
was
think
always so
I don't
secretive
think she
about
did.
it, about Preston. Like, she only gave them the very, very bare minimums in a lot. Not even just about Preston, because I don't even think she was really fully clear on all that went down with Jonah. And then after the second attack, I don't think that they know anything about that either. So probably not.
Okay. Yeah, I was curious about that because I just feel like Danny at times she has been a victim, but when it comes to the situation with Preston, I don't look at her as a victim. And I'm just like,
Mm,
I just, the whole thing will, I'll be okay. I'm like, this whole episode, other than Penelope, I was like, who gives a damn about y'all feelings? Like that was my attitude with Andy, with Danny. Like we'll get to Andy later, but that's just the mindset that I had. But Danny was just so just does she just does what she does. Like
mm-hmm.
she just does what she does. So it's gonna be interesting to see what this 3 month jump does for her. And it's sad because I don't feel like it's gonna do too much. I feel like we're
Mm,
gonna see the other women experience a change and truly a shift. But when I look at her, even the preview they show for her in the upcoming season, it's like this is Danny being Danny. I didn't
yeah.
see like, oh, I'm looking forward to seeing her. This no, no, I didn't get that from her character
When are
at
we going to
all.
see any kind of growth? When are we going to see any kind of adjustment? Even if we're running from our past and our pain, are you going to run anywhere?
Yeah.
Because, girl, it gives that you just run in place. Like, are you going to pretend to be somebody different if you're going to run and act like you are not the girl who been running all around Atlanta, popping punani all over the place? Which, no shame, because, I get it. If you want to hoe, I'm all for the hoe that want to hoe. But girl, are you going to ever try to do anything different, or are you just going to complain about your life, everybody else's life, and then put a big ass bow on and say, well, I'm just honest and tell the truth, and still be miserable? Because I'm confused.
Confused too. Davy and Sabrina was giving me a lot of confusion with this whole damn double date. I said, if you ask this girl about this double date one more damn time, Sabrina, please.
I felt like Sabrina was really just trying to show up for Danny, because she don't need Danny on this double date. The best thing that could possibly happen
No,
for Sabrina is her to go on this date solo with Rich, and she really get to know him. Because Sabrina, from what I could tell, if I was just to look at the two girls, she actually asks questions that gonna allow her to get to know the man. That aside from like what his penis size is and what his motion in the ocean finna do, like, so it will benefit Danny for Sabrina to be on a date with her, but it doesn't necessarily benefit
I
Sabrina to be on a
I
date with
agree.
Danny.
I agree.
I hope I said
I
that
agree with
right.
that. You did. It's the fact that Tyler wrote this for her to in the 15 times in this episode. You sure on this double date? I think we should double date. Hey,
Yeah,
what you think about this double date? I said, okay, Sabrina. Hey, it's seems too much. You got to read the lines that many, but it was overkill.
for sure. Like, and also, like, girl, why was you in Maurice's house all damn day? Why? Oh, we off, Danny. Before we go to the throat goat. Well, we off, Danny. Is there anything else? Okay, I'm gonna say this, and I know y'all probably tired of me saying it, but I'm gonna say it anyway. I don't like Tony. I don't know what she sees in Tony, except for he is good looking.
I completely agree with you. I don't know. I mean, he's big. That's a plus for me. I
Mm-hmm.
feel secure with him. But as far as like his personality, it's like um watching paint dry. He comes off
Yeah.
very boring. Even the sexual innuendos that they were given, I'm like, this is not even sexy. It's not even sensual. It sounds like two kids who really don't know a lot about sex trying to make it sound
Mm-hmm.
pleasurable in some way. Like, baby, this is like somebody scratching their nails on a chalkboard, listening to them go back and forth.
Ooh.
It really was. I couldn't. I guess for me, I'm like, if this is the direction that clearly we're going in,
Mm-hmm.
I would have preferred someone who was actually likable in the way that he was even presented to us in the beginning. For me, it was a complete turnoff. Like you came off like you were stalking her, you were watching her. That ain't cute.
Yeah.
That is very uncomfortable. Like men or even women who do that, that is not attractive. That's it. Cause there's some crazy people in this world. If somebody approached me like that, I would, child, you finna get stabbed. Quick fat, you know my friends. You know who I'm with. You no,
Mm-mm. We ain't gonna be able to do it, partner. We ain't gonna be able to do
no.
it. But clearly he's staying around, and I mean I had already released the video, so I don't actually need it now. But I got a clip from what KJ posted on her IG today, because you know they were in heavy promo mode, and she was with the actor who
Mm-hmm.
plays Tony. She's like, I want to welcome him to the cast. He's amazing." And it's crazy because I had just released a video about who's leaving and who's staying, and when you really look at it, they just swapped these men out. They really just swapped these men out, and I got smoke for Preston, the ultimatum, and all of that. However, I don't want Preston and Danny to have the story that they have had, but I like Preston better as a character than I do Tony.
Agreed. Agreed. Yeah. I think the only thing with Preston that I don't know. I've been turned off him from a long time because I'm like, I understand you being green, my boy. Like I get that, but
Mm-hmm.
you ain't that damn green. You ain't that damn green, especially when you done sent her a text message and a picture of you being married. You ain't that damn green. So you played that role or attempted to, but
Mm-hmm.
no, buddy, no. But I do. I like Preston more than Tony, and I can understand why Danny was attracted to him. Can't get why
Mm.
Danny is attracted.
Yeah, that's real. Okay, so we're going over to Sabrina's ass, who camped her behind out at Calvin and Maurice's, just so that she can go ahead and get the first look at the throat goat. I just can't. Tyler, you know what? Brian, you better stay your ass around through season 10, honey, because if you're not going to do nothing else, you're going to make everybody chuckle. Because what the hell you got on, Maurice? What are you wearing?
Baby, when he came out that room, I screamed. I literally screamed. I was like, what the hell does he have on all the while talking about Sabrina's outfit? I said, Maurice, baby, no. And I'm like, Sabrina, how long were you there? Literally, how long were you camping out in this living room? You just found out you got your job back and you chilling with Maurice while he go put on his freak like me outfit.
I can't.
I said, this is something here, honey.
Not the Adina
This
Howard.
is something.
Not him wanting to go put on his Adina Howard.
Yes, baby. Here's Adina Howard, baby.
Ciao.
I said, oh, to make money some kind of way. I said, well, you do.
I
You
suppose, my
definitely do,
dear.
bro.
I
The way.
suppose.
This ain't the way, Marie. This ain't the way, bro. Mm-mm.
I mean, it's gonna make for some interesting story. If it ain't gonna do nothing else, it's gonna make for some interesting story. He said, "Listen here, he ain't got no job no more. He
That,
only wants to work at that branch of the bank. So the throat goat gonna have to do what the throat goat do."
he gonna have to, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I got a couple videos coming to talk about Maurice and his OnlyFans career that he finna have, because he about to have stalkers and some more stuff. There's so many new characters coming to season 7, and I hope I'm not gassing these writers up too much, but I'm excited. Allie, are you excited?
Girl, the moment the news dropped that we were getting new writers for season 7, I have been anxiously anticipating for season 6 to be over.
Mm,
And then when I found out how quickly season 7 was coming, I am utterly excited. I was even more excited when I found out about the 3-month jump. Because I'm like, yes, we get some like we get an opportunity to see these characters stretch a little bit, not just even for the audience sake, but even for their sake. So that 3 month jump just put me over the top, even though I was already excited for season 7. That part just made me truly I'm happy for the actors. Like I'm truly happy for them. I really am. But yeah, girl. I can't wait. This is the most I ain't gonna hold you. This is probably the most excited I've been for Sistas since season 2. This is the most excited I've been since season 2. And that says a lot because season 2 probably was my favorite season.
Really?
I think season 2, or the end of season 1, going into season 2. Because I was excited for one reason, I was excited for um Karen and Aaron.
Mm,
Like I was excited because I was so excited to see their journey and what that really looked like. And of course, Tyler played in our face with that, but I was so excited for that storyline.
yeah.
I really was. And to me, there was some exciting things that happened. Like even when Andy slept with Paris, his mom slash grandmother, whoever she was to him, like she was that woman. Like, girl, you know better than this.
Right.
Why are you? Like it to me, it was very real.
Yeah.
And I that I really did.
Maybe season 2 was my favorite. I never really thought about it. Mm.
Yeah,
Something about season 3 still
that's
gets
my
me.
favorite.
I really appreciated a lot of Ebony's performances in season 3. So I think that that's probably why it ranks pretty high up there for me. Um,
Gotcha.
but yes, here's the season 7, child. We were definitely rooting for season 6 to hurry up and end. But once I really went
You
back,
girl,
because
what?
I did the whole video about the new characters, but I didn't really fully pay attention to them. So over the weekend, I literally y'all, I was not playing no games with y'all. I printed out all of the character descriptions and was like, okay, so if I was the writer, where would I go with this? And what does this potentially mean? And just dived into it. And the more I started to try to piece things together, the more excited I got just because it's so new, it's so fresh. Like Sabrina is going to be freezing her eggs. Rich don't want kids.
Yes. And
What?
he don't want kids. Yeah. Just think about that. Like that in itself is so exciting. And
Mm-hmm.
to me, it goes to show why it's so important to have truly intentional conversations, especially when you in your late 30s and you trying to get to know someone. She
Yeah.
wants to have children. So much so she's gonna go through the process of freezing her eggs, but the person that she's with, he doesn't want children, which that is a real thing.
Yeah.
And that is a real, even for women, there are some women who don't want children, but the man does. So it's a lot. So I'm interested. That story is gonna be powerful.
Really, it
I'm
is.
I'm excited. That
And the
I'm
only
excited
thing
to
is
see that.
Danny is going to stick it out with Tony, and she has to deal with the baby mama slash ex wife drama. But I don't know. I don't know if that's going to be enough. I just feel like she need a little bit more something else that's meaningful. I mean, she doesn't seem like we haven't heard her perspective as of yet on kids, so I guess she couldn't take the freeze the egg story. But I still need something of substance with Danny. I don't know what she want out of life. I don't know who she wants to be, the type of woman she wants to be. I don't know if she's in a space right now where she don't have ambition or she has never had ambition. Girl, what is it that you're what is going on?
Yeah, I agree with you on that. And I think sadly for me, the only thing we've really got from Danny is that Danny likes to smoke, Danny likes to drink, and Danny likes to have sex. And I'm like, to me, that's not enough. We haven't really seen anything. And I was going to do a video about this because she is the one sister that truly has experienced physical trauma from the hands of
Yeah.
black men. And that is, I'm like, Tyler, we got to have more than that. Like, it has to be more. Those are things that are happening to her. We need to know what's going on within her. How can we connect to Danny as a character other than, oh, well, if you want the truth, let Danny say, we can't even really rock with that because she doesn't apply that same truth to her own life. So you're a hypocrite, and I don't really want to hear that from you anymore. That character is probably she right above Fatima when it comes to really not having a damn story. And to me, this episode furthermore proved just the fact that Fatima don't have nothing to do. She has no business.
You know what's Tito? At least for me, friend. I'm not opposed to the little pocket that Fatima sits well in, which is Andy's bodyguard. I love it. I ate it up. I sopped it up like it was honey on a damn biscuit in the moment where she's standing 10 toes down, stepping to Gary when he says, get out of my face, when she's stepping to Hayden, when she's creating a safe space for other women. Like, I literally tweeted this. I would much rather watch Fatima put out fires and come to the rescue of Andy every single day of the week over her trying to fix and put out all the fires of the drama that is Zach's fucking life.
Yeah.
If she not gonna have a story, at least let it be she don't have a story. The only reason why she exists is to protect other black women who can't seem to find their backbone. I could rock with that. I don't know.
Yeah.
Am I crazy? But I could rock with that.
Look at it that way. I would much rather see her come to the aid of other black women than consistently playing Zach's fixer upper. Like that is tired for me. That's tired. But yeah, I can rock with that. But I think for me, like even though I can rock with it, I'm like if I'm a C for team, I want more from her too. Like you just can't for me, like you just can't skate with just trying to protect everybody. What because when those things happen, it makes me feel like you know how you get people who refuse to assess themselves accurately? Because I think one of the things that kind of always bothered me about Fatima is that she kind of lived in the past. Oh, yeah, I went to therapy when I was in my 20s. I'm like, well, sis, you need to go back because you have exemplified characteristics that lets me know something ain't all the way. You're what's the word I'm looking for? You are concealing some things or you're keeping some things dormant that you probably need to deal with. And even when she was talking to Zach, well, I went to therapy a long time ago. Okay, you need to go back now because there's a disconnect somewhere. You're suppressing something. And so I think you jump to the aid of other people because you don't really want to deal with you.
Ooh.
And I could be wrong with that, but even when she talked to the therapist, she told the man that she was good.
Yeah.
It's Zach is the problem. Okay.
Even though he was the
Zach is a
problem,
big
Haley. He was the
I'm
problem.
gonna say Zach was a huge problem. He was that, but he ain't the only damn
He
problem.
not the only one, because all the stuff that he
He's
is
a big
able to
piece
do,
of
you
garbage.
have enabled him to do, which goes back to you, baby girl. No, I feel that she definitely can't skate on being the rescuer, the saver for these people, simply alone, especially because y'all have a spinoff. Like, you have to actually have a story because you have a whole show on top of still having a significant presence on the main original show. So that's true. You
But
gotta come stronger with some type of storyline. Do Fatima want kids? Like, I get it. Fatima wants Zach and she'd rather take the hell from Zach, but like, if you're not gonna force her to have real conflict that's tied to their incompatibility, because they are kind of incompatible, quite a gap. If you're not going to do
hmm
that in the present, Tyler and the writers, then y'all need to go in the past and have us revisiting the things that she has put up with and the things that she has dealt with and the things that she has gone through so that we can get a better understanding of how she arrived where she is now, going through hell and high water with Zachary Taylor. Like, if y'all not going to give it to us in the present, you need to give it to us in the past. But Fatima Wilson definitely needs a story.
give us something. I mean, damn. I'm like, give her, please, give us something. And I do appreciate what she said to Penelope when Penelope was like, do you even know what's going on? And she was like, I know enough to know that I got your back.
Period.
Like, I
Period,
don't need to know
Pooh.
the whole story, but I got you. I know the man you dealing with. So, like,
I
I
know all
could
I need to
appreciate
know
that
to
moment.
show
I
up for
really,
you. Love
yeah,
that.
yeah,
Love
yeah,
that.
yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead, y'all. It ain't too many Fatima Holics still in the audience, but I know some of y'all lurking. I'm gonna go ahead and apologize to our good sis for dragging her for putting hands on Heather. Heather deserved it. She deserved it. But y'all know that Fatima be doing a lot immediately. So it was not wrong to jump to conclusions and be like, listen here, mama, keep your damn hands to yourself. But the way she had that little boy tied up in that damn bathtub, I like to beat Heather's ass my damn self. Cause girl, what are you doing?
You know, um, it did. Um, I I know people gonna have something to say about this, but I just have mixed feelings of because someone asked us earlier, and I can't remember who it was, and I'm sorry. But someone was like they wanted to know our thoughts about the scene with Heather and um Fatima and all of them and Michael.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the thing that for me, there are two things I don't like. When I have a strong hatred for that is people abusing and misrepresenting children
Mm-hmm.
and abusing the elder. Like those are two things that get under my skin. With I can't stand it. And for me, one of the things I knew what was going to happen. I had been saying it for the longest about I know that something is going to happen. They're going to do whatever they need to do to assassinate the character of Heather.
Mm-hmm.
And I think even with what Fatima said, like if you give her when it was at the house, and she was like, if you offer her this money, she gonna know that it's more to it. She's a hood rat. She gonna do this, she that. And it's almost as if Tyler has written everything to happen to make everything that Fatima says the truth in this
Mm-hmm.
whole situation because we get to the house. Oh, you got this, so that means you got more. I want 1 million. And it's like it took out like I was inflated at that moment. Like to see Michael in that condition, yes, he needs to be out of that household. I do agree. He needs to be out of that household. It's still one of them things that I feel that let's just go and say that Michael is an autistic child, that he is nonverbal. And I don't know if anyone in the chat or anyone has had experience um dealing with a special needs child or a severely autistic child. That is a feat that some of the strongest parentals have struggles with. Kids will run. Kids, what she said, when she was like, he run out the room. Okay, baby, but you don't need to tie him down.
That
You
part.
need help. Like you need help. So at that point, okay, y'all see her got this baby in this condition. He definitely need to be in this environment. Still would have loved to see Zach, Fatima, and Heather work together to deal with the the developmental delays that Michael has. And so my thing is like I don't want the writers to play us either. Don't have that baby get the Fatima them and Zach house and all of a sudden he this different person. Like I guess for me it's like I knew what was going to happen with that. It's still not a storyline that I appreciate. Because I feel like so we really gonna drag this girl. And like you said earlier, why weren't we shown these things ahead of time? So we get one episode and oh, now we know that Michael is being abused. Because I'm thinking, what if he was having a moment, a tantrum, and that's the only way that she felt she could control him or have him in this position? I don't know, but I just felt like we should have been shown more in the beginning. Because at this point, I don't even care. Oh, y'all, Erica making brownies, so they probably was burning. With them your brownies.
I have the Twitter Spaces going, and it was giving an echo on my phone, and I could just hear it, and it was annoying the hell out of me. So I just put it in my garage.
Oh, gotcha.
But I am going to have to go get my brownies in like 20 minutes because I think it takes 45. Anyway, but yeah, okay. I feel you, Ellie. I do. And yes, she need help. I don't know, but it's something about like you tied that baby up. I'm not even gonna talk about how you talk to him because I don't know about y'all, but I was talked not like as terribly as I don't know. I ain't trying to out my goddamn parents and grandparents and all the people in my ghetto ass house. growing up, but like, and I'm not trying to make excuses for Heather either. And I know I've been getting a lot of criticism of like, oh, you just trying to make excuses for Heather and anything that she would do would be right. No, that is not the case. Like, what I want to do is provide perspective based off of lived experience and not jump to conclusions to demonize somebody who, like Allie just said, simply needs help, right? For me, this episode was the straw that breaks the camel's back, and it goes from 0 to 100 real quick because you tied this baby up in the bathtub. Like, why is he also in the bathtub? Like, you could be a little ghetto girl who don't know much, nothing. You have a nonverbal child, cool, and you don't know what to do, but you don't do that. Like, you just don't do that. And I think I have like zero cut cards when it comes to like specific stuff. So I was put off by how she was talking to him and like telling him to shut up, but it's not something I haven't heard before or experienced before. But it's the tying the kid up in the tub that's an absolute hell no for me. So I understand how physically, you know, it escalated in the way that it did, because I probably would have had a similar visceral reaction. And that I probably would have been a person of like, I wouldn't even been going for the kid because I'll be so angry and ready to whoop her ass because why is this child tied up? But that's just me and knowing myself. But you're right. She does need help. She might not know what to do. And yes, like you said, it's on Tyler to give us this leading up to, because you're right, Ellie. Do feel like whatever, like, Fatima might as well just be a damn fortune teller at this point, because whatever she says is going to actually come true in the way that she says it and how it's going to come true. And it's like, that don't even feel earned as an audience member to even be watching the story play out on our screens. And while I was like bigging up Fatima for her experience with, in the beginning of the episode with Gary, because I think that she's one of the very few women who got time and can stand up to this man, and he needs a woman like her to stand as an adversary. I'm looking at the end and I'm just like, not necessarily mad at Fatima about it. I understand why she put her hands on her. I don't have no beef about her putting her hands on her. But I'm just like, I really wish you weren't even in this circumstance. Like, I really wish you didn't have to do any of the stuff that's happening. Like, yeah.
Yeah. And it's just a lot too. And I agree with what Erica James said. She said rather tied up than shot, because this is you trying to beat this woman ass for having this baby tied up, but you let off a round in this house when the baby was present. That bullet could have bounced off a wall and hit him. So to
She
me, when
definitely
I think
did.
about Zach and Fatima, y'all are not in any better position. You have a better house and you have the funding, but
Yeah.
you're not in a better position as far as being a parental guidance for Michael when you can fire off a shot and a baby is present. Like, that's crazy as hell to me.
Yeah.
Like, I think that, you know what I'm saying? Like, and Fatima is quick with the gun. You was
Keep
gonna
going,
pull
Ellie. I'll
out
be
your
right back.
gun on this woman in her house. You had your hand in your bag. So a lot of the things that I feel like Fatima and Zach get passes for, other people get crucified to the cross because she had. And I'm not saying what Heather did was right. Let me say that. I'm not saying what she did was right. At the same time, like I said, Fatima let off a shot while the baby was in the house, and it was like deemed as okay when it wasn't. So that's how I feel about that whole situation. And someone said it too, and I'm sorry I don't remember who said it. Um, when it was like, but it's okay for him to offer her money. Like, you're offering this woman $100,000, but not to better her living conditions. Like, you see where this woman is living. If you finna give her $100,000, move her in the community that you live in. Put your son in a better environment. So I don't understand that either. It's just weird how we just jump from I want to take sole custody of my child. I don't know, y'all. I don't know.
Erica James says I don't like the character at all now.
Which character, Eric?
You talking about Heather? We know you don't
Well,
like
I don't
Fatima.
know.
That has been the case. Oh, yes, Emma Johnson. Why didn't they get proof? I get it. This is not the right time, but y'all trying to go for custody. You just saw this baby tied up in the bathtub. We ain't take no picture. Not a picture. But we want to But we want to come up with paying her $100,000 for the child. This is not child trafficking, Zachary. Like, was I the only one who just was completely cringed and creeped out by the fact that Zach sat at home all day? In the moment that he don't go down to the law firm and spend all damn day doing nothing but making Fatima not do no damn work, he actually is at home on a laptop drafting up legal paperwork to buy his son from his baby mama.
I said, now I ain't gonna lie, Tyler, I'm done with your ass. I'm done with you. What is going on here? What is this? What is this? And he knew it was dumb because when Fatima came home, she was like, "What you doing? You don't need to worry about what I'm working on." Yeah, I bet she don't. He closed that laptop real quick.
Talking about he
I'm like,
already
"What
got
are
the paperwork. Let me
you
go print it
doing?"
out. This ain't
I'm like,
legally binding, dummy. You cannot buy people.
I was like, Zach, baby, this is not slavery. This is like, that's what it made me think about. Like, you drafted a paper to go buy a person. What? I said, what in the hell is this?
Because he
And the
can't
fact
take
that
it no
he's
more.
serious.
He can't take it no more, Allie. He done stop eating. He done not sleeping. He gonna go buy his son
No,
back. Like he buying back the block.
that means I can have a witness there. I said, Zach,
The witness is gonna be Fatima, and she immediately gonna get disqualified because she's your fiance. Like,
baby, you no, no, he was tied in the bathtub. They had a right to kidnap him. No, they did not. They had the right to call the police. They should have called the police.
that part, they
Now
could
I'm
have
gonna
called the
tie,
police.
baby. I'm gonna untie my baby. Please believe I'm gonna untie him, but I'm calling the police. And I want to know
And it
where
need
they
to be
take. Are they taking the
documented.
baby to his house, or you taking the baby to the hospital? We were at his mom's house. He was tied up. We brought him to the hospital because we know Zach and Fatima will take him home. You don't have
And
the
put
right
him
to
on the
kid.
couch
And,
with
and
some
don't get me
pillows and no
wrong.
cover. And don't feed him no dry ass
Don't
rice.
feel And it's like, don't get me wrong. And I know people, may have like different opinions but when I say this, and I understand, and there's a fine line because I studied criminal justice and all of that. There is a fine line between what is lawful and what is ethical, and
Mm,
those are things we have to keep in mind. Don't get me wrong. There are a lot of laws that I feel are unethical,
mm-hmm.
and there are a lot of things that we may believe is ethical and it's unlawful. So trying to figure out how to maneuver in that space, it is very tricky. It's almost like the saying there's a thin line between love and hate. It is a very thin line between the two. Yes, I'm taking my child, and I'm calling the police. We gonna sit here until they come. And like you said, Erica, I'm gonna take a picture. It take you 5 seconds to take a.
5 seconds.
This is the proof. Because even now, and to go back to what you said, it's been so difficult playing this. What they call it, that double dutch, because the neighbor has been dishonest this entire time.
Mm-hmm.
I know all the people they don't do nothing. They have no proof that you've ever made a call to this child. You just tell. You none of that. Lied to them exactly about the thing done and the things that you witnessed. And it amazes me how nobody, with all the times people pull out their phone, there is no physical proof of this baby being
Mm-hmm.
abused.
Mm-hmm.
That blows my mind.
And he's 3 years
It,
old.
it, it, it's crazy.
But your bright ass plan on this good ass random Wednesday, I'm just making that a part up, y'all, is to sit here and draft up a document to buy a human being in the United States of A instead of researching pediatricians you could take this little boy to who could also probably corroborate if he's actually being, starved and malnourished, deficient in nutrients, has marks on his body. You could not sit and find him a pediatrician to take him to, but you decided to draft up a legal document to purchase him.
Yeah. And it's crazy because, and shout out to, who just said that? Shout out to Tiffany Banks. Fatima had all the know-how in the world to record a conversation between Gary and Hayden, but you ain't have enough sense to record Michael being tied up.
Ooh.
Help me to understand.
Ooh,
Why we dropping the ball when it comes to this baby? Thank you, Tiffany Banks.
thank you, Tiffany
Agree with you
Banks.
wholeheartedly.
I mean, points are being made, and there's 150 of y'all in here right now. I need y'all to hit that like button if you haven't already. Layla's activity Banks. It was an emergency. Layla, why? Okay, Layla, this is what I want you to do. Is in the 2024. I want you to drop this contrarian position that you just love to take because you give in if this hurts your feelings, let me know, babe, because this is literally just all in all good fun. You give that you gonna pick the opposite side of what everybody is saying just cause you know what, it's a little add a little extra seasoning on it. 2024, don't be just going with what the opposite is because yes, it's an emergency, but this is even more of a time like she knows that she does not have no proof. Zach has no proof. Zach is sitting at home drafting up documents to purchase a human being in 2023, so she actually has no resource to help her fix his own problem because he is clearly batshit crazy, don't know what the hell he doing. Even more reason why she has to use her ingenuity for Michael more so, or even with what she's had to do for Andy. So it's not no tea, no shade, girl. Like she could have thought to record this as well. She was reluctant to do it. She like, you want to go now? You want to do this bright ass plan now? She already knew it was a dumb ass plan, but she's gonna ride for Zach regardless, and we know that about her. So what is so wrong with being like, before you even walk through this door, you're pressing record because you know how things go down when y'all get to interacting with this girl.
Period.
You don't gotta
Yeah,
apologize, and you actually don't see both sides because you only speak on the one. I would love it if you did see both sides and you were like, well, it could be this or it could be that, but you just be saying it was emergency. She could know, like she could have thought to do
it could
that.
have.
And hell, like you said, Ellie, she had to pick up that boot. She's like, what you gonna do with that boot? You could have held her there in that one position with your gun in your bag while the police came. So it doesn't become kidnapping if
Thank
you
you.
take the kid one to the hospital or you don't leave and call the police. There are things that they could do and they're just not doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, pictures of the
Yeah.
apartment, pictures of everything. Yeah, not even
Everything.
like
Yeah.
what Christina said. You don't even got to take pictures of him for real, for real. You can take pictures of the cabinet, what's in her fridge, what's not in her fridge, where does he sleep.
Because please tell me why that baby 3 years old and it's a baby pen in that damn house. I
Ooh,
know he don't sleep in there. He bet
he better not sleep in there.
because I was looking at that's a baby pen over there. That baby 3 years old. He don't have a bed. So yeah, we finna videotape everything up in this piece. No, this environment is not conducive. No, I don't want my child living like this. He got to
Yeah,
come with me. And I think the thing is, the entire time that the lawyer was speaking to Zach and Fatima, the thing he kept reiterating, there is no proof. We
yeah.
need you guys to have no proof. So he said that countless of times. This is what y'all need. Don't go over there. And now you're gonna kidnap the baby. So I am incredibly interested in finding out how we go from that to Fatima and Zach having custody of this child. How the hell did this happen? I'm
PB
so
Law says
curious
they
about
are
that.
thugs, Erica, and not normal law-abiding citizens. I get that, but if Zach want to slap Miss whatever her name is, Miss Cheryl, with 10 grand, he could go down to the Best Buy real quick and buy an Insta 360 that you could put on your little cap or something. Like there's stuff that you could do to solve the ever present problem. Allie just said it. The lawyer literally said, "Y'all have no proof. There is no proof. There's no documents. There's no reports. There's no calls. There's no nothing. Y'all have to come up with something." Even Madam is bugging people's cars and houses and whatnot. If for nothing else, to
And
give
this
us a
be the
better
thing.
story, because I get it, y'all love to watch Fatima fight on people, but it gets boring to me, especially if she's always set up to win. Like I was really excited watching her step up to Gary because I'm like, is Gary gonna cross the line? Would he hit a woman? If he hit a woman, I think Fatima could take him. I think, well, maybe if she can't take him, she might can get a couple licks. Like that is what I want to see. I don't want to actually see a one-sided ass fight that I already know who's gonna win. That's so random, but
Ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't gonna lie to you. Nah, that ain't bad. I ain't gonna lie to you. I was like, when Fatima had grabbed her, I was like, Heather, beat her ass. Oh, it ain't gonna happen. Oh, it ain't gonna happen. But it's like at some point, feel like as a viewer, and even if Fatima was my chick that I really rocked with,
Mm-hmm.
it's just unbelievable. You're not about to beat everybody's ass. You're
Mm-hmm.
just not. You're just not. There's somebody who gonna get a lick on you. There's somebody who gonna get the best of you. And for Heather to be this hood rat chick, give me a project chick, all that. You telling me that she's scared of Fatima? Like, come on now. Really?
Yeah.
So you telling me that Karen is the only woman on this show who don't back down to Fatima?
The
Get the hell out
smallest
of here.
one, child.
She's the smallest thing on the damn set.
Smallest
Mm-mm.
thing was swear Fatima could get this work, and I believe her. But like you
I
said,
believe it.
Heather, you the little ghetto girl that like. If anything, Fatima putting your head through a mirror, that should have been because she caught you slipping. You ain't know what to expect. Now you know what this hoe is capable of. So
Yes.
you always with your head on the swivel. Like, this sounds so damn defensive and ghetto, but I tell all my damn business here apparently. I'm moving away that if I feel energy that this person is capable of some I've noticed this about myself where I will be moving through spaces with my with a foot with the fist already balled just in case. Just in case.
Yes.
That's just me based off
Yeah.
of like how I grew up. I can't imagine a person putting
Yeah.
their hands on me, sneak attacking me at my damn job, and then every single time I come into contact with that person, I'm not already ready for what she ready to do. I can't imagine that.
Me neither. I can't imagine. I don't know. And I guess my whole thing is this whole thing too with Fatima. Like Fatima stepped to women. Fatima stepped to men. And I know some men that would have knocked her ass straight out. Period. And I'm just like, and that's another thing too. You step to the little dudes that was in Heather house. Do you know who I am? Who gives a damn? Who are you, Fatima? Who are you? Then you step to Gary. I don't mind Gary because I don't like him. Like I do
Mm-hmm.
not like Gary.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like at the same time, it starts Fatima's this act of I'm the baddest ish, the baddest, walking around. It's becoming comical now.
Yeah.
Like I don't even believe it anymore. Like I don't believe this.
And you know what, Ellie? You know why you probably don't believe it? Because I feel that. And I might be projecting here, so let me know if you don't identify with what I'm about to put down. But I feel like you don't
Okay.
believe it, and I don't believe it because you big and bad with everybody but Zach. If she actually moved with a little bit more raw in her relationship, I might believe that you're not to be with. But Zach plays with your emotions, plays on your heart, and plays with your mental whenever he feels good and damn ready. And all you got for him is, I'm just trying to love you. When he need his ass knocked out. You can lay hands on everybody else. There is no, and maybe, again, because I love to get on this good goddamn internet and tell on myself. Maybe it's because I've experienced a Zach whom I have laid hands on that I cannot identify with Fatima and Karen going through what they have gone through with this man and not laying hands on him. I just don't understand how that actually happens. So I also can't believe that you really bout it because you're not even ready to be bout it with your love.
Yeah.
Let me know if
Yeah.
if
Now
I'm
I ain't
wrong,
gonna
friend.
lie. Normally, Andy, I girl, she tried to give her little high and mighty speech to Gary. I was like, girl, sit your ass down. Don't nobody feel sorry for
I
you.
said, Andy, not too
Okay.
much because
But
you might sleep
Fatima,
with him tonight. Stop it, girl. She didn't felt herself. She was all because it was you're nothing to me as well. Mm-mm. I said, listen here, KJ,
but
your
it
face
got
card is
me.
never going to decline, but like not too much, Andy.
Agreed. But it got me trips and perfumes and bags and a Rolls Royce and a penthouse that you bought, that you paid for. I said, you sounded like a little hoish. I ain't calling you a hoe, but I'm saying it's hoish. But Girl, when when Fatima had said, well, they was in the office and they was talking to Penelope when she was there, and she was like, "Girl, don't fall for it, because he gonna play you like he did Andy." If I was Andy, I was like, "Oh, how Zach continually plays you? Oh, okay."
But she
Because I'm
wasn't
like,
wrong,
Fatima,
Allie.
let's not act like you
I
in a better
chuckled so hard when
situationship.
Fatima said that. I said, not the strays.
Did she?
I said, come on, strays. But
She
she
didn't
ain't
have
lie.
to do Andy like that. He didn't, but damn it, you ain't have to do Andy like that. Come on now. We would have understood the message loud and clear. Without Andy, I'm like, baby, you got that straight in the neck, Andy. I know you felt that one. Damn.
She had to.
No, no,
She had
no, no.
to. Tiffany Banks says, "Remember, Erica, she don't want him to leave." I didn't want my Zach to leave either, but I still put them paws on his ass because he had me fucked up. And no, this is not okay. Erica today would not do this. However, I understand the psychology behind why it gets done. I'm just saying.
Baby. Because Fatima has basically, and I think you said something similar to this. Fatima has basically told Zach in a nutshell, it doesn't matter what you do, I am not going anywhere.
Yeah.
Period. She ain't going nowhere. I'm like, she's made that very clear. I'm gonna be right there. You gonna be stupid, we gonna be stupid together. You gonna be dumb, I'm gonna be dumb right with you, bro. Like,
A hundred and ten
that's just
percent.
where she is. Yeah, child. I just, I don't know, honey. I just feel bad
Y'all,
for
Zach got
Penelope
an
this
office
whole.
that he don't go to, but he pay for for a job,
Why? Why
for
is you
work
pay?
that he don't
That's
do.
child support right there. What's going on? You got this half of this office that you and I didn't get his name right, Bryce got. You're never there. When you are there, you're playing games. You're having your boys come over and sit on your couch and do nothing. You're not doing no work. You want to know the most work Zach has done, Erica,
What?
giving Karen the name of that realtor.
And then
Him calling
Valerie didn't even
Valerie.
show up because let's talk about little Miss Ho. Let's talk about her, Allie.
Oh,
Tyler
I couldn't
Perry.
stand her.
Thank you. I get it. You decided to DJ Khaled us and you talking about some another one with some goofy ass prophetic ass dialogue that we did not need. Miss Mamas, we do not need you to run his goddamn marriage facts to tell us how great of a man he is. Are you trying to fuck him? What is this? This don't
Yeah.
have nothing to do with the property value of this commercial place, sis. Stop talking before I bust you in your shit. What are we talking about? If somebody don't get this mulatto out of here, what is going on? I was so enraged and she just kept talking. What is that? Well, you know, he must really like you. Well, you know, he's a great man, and you know that he don't do this. He don't cheat on his wife. He don't get in the car with his. He don't look at no other women. No other women on this whole earth exist except for his wife. What does that have to do with this $175 per square foot? Is his wife gonna come in here and make it $123? Because if not, why you keep telling me about her? I know that violence is not the answer, but Lord knows it just
Like
sometimes.
that. Yeah, like that. And one thing I love the way that Karen redirected that conversation, and I like how she didn't play into it. Because the girl was
I
like,
would
"Oh,
have
he
liked
must
it more
like
if she
you."
would have said, you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and call Valerie. Cause no, you can't. Your
Yeah,
hoe ass, your thirsty ass cannot represent me. What? No, telling me a bunch of shit I don't give a damn
yeah,
about that don't impact the price of this place. But she did do a good job redirecting. But also,
she did.
I'm
But
so
yeah,
disgusted
that
in
girl
this
was just she
Chelsea
was doing
girl.
team too much. Huh?
I am so disgusted in this Chelsea girl. And a lot of y'all are saying that she is
Me
actually the
too.
wife. If she's actually the wife, I feel even worse for her because, girl, how insecure do you have to be doing all of this? If he's such a good man, if he don't have no other eyes but for nobody but you and your kid, like, girl, shut the hell up. If this is the wife, that makes it
I
worse.
don't think I don't think that was why she didn't have no wedding ring on her finger, but that don't mean nothing. But I don't think that's why. And then he didn't. for him to have such this thing about his wife, he didn't look at her. He looked at Karen with more adoration than he did this woman. So it's like I didn't pick up those vibes from him,
Yeah.
but it was just too much for me. Oh, I thought he said, what is this? He had to take it back to your car. I thought you had a car. I do. Oh, he drove. He's never in a car with anybody. I have friends who trying to F him. He too
Girl,
messy.
you
Like
are the
you
friend
was
you
on my
talking about.
team
Because why
then.
do you know who the hell he got in his car,
Exactly.
when the hell he got in the car? Are you stalking him? Tyler, we are at our stalker quota. Tony is enough. We're at maximum
Yeah.
capacity.
Yeah. Yeah. It was too much. It was too much.
Oh, if
Yeah, child.
Vaughn C says, if you recall, that was Tyler regurgitating what Fawn said. She said the very same thing in season 2.
She did.
Oh, Tyler Perry, are you using Chat GPT to rewrite these goddamn scripts in season 6 and just gave them the scripts from previously? Because if so, why I oughta?
Yeah.
That's a
Oh, you
joke,
mean
y'all. He not
season
using
one?
Chat
Because
GPT.
Fawn unalived herself in season one. You talking about the episode where she approached Karen and was
At the
telling her all
car,
those good things.
yeah.
Yeah, about Karen. Yeah, I can tell he likes you. He doesn't look at anybody. Girl, that's a man. He look at people. Trust.
And if so,
You
I'm
just
just
ain't
like,
seen it.
Tyler, you got to find a better way to say this. It's ways to say that without them having to say that. The writer in me just cringed that entire scene because it's like, this is the most horrible dialogue ever.
Mm-hmm. I'm like, she came in like she had some sense, and within a good 15 seconds, I said, "Oh, okay,
Nope,
I'm done with her.
completely gone. And
I'm
you
I'm
supposed to be
done.
the commercial
I'm
side
done."
of Valerie's agency, her realtor agency. You the commercial side dealing with all the big business people, and you running everybody personal hoe and marriage facts. Girl,
Yes, she is. Yes, she is.
Brian
I
might be
said,
abusive.
you
Why would he be abusive? Who do you think the realtor person is? A hoe?
somebody who want to bone Brian
Why she
and
a
know
hoe?
too
Cause
much
she
of
want to
Brian's
get with
business.
me. She a hoe cause she sending her coochie through the mail.
Yeah. She's not saying I want to get to know you or I want to get to I like you. I want to get to know you.
She's saying I want a
She's saying
bone.
I want a bone. That's what she said.
That's
I
exactly
want a
what it's
bone.
giving. A mess. Where the hell is Valerie at? Bring her out. Bring her out because we cannot work with you. Get out of
Please,
here, you jigaboo.
please bring Valerie. Because the vibes I was getting from this woman is even though I know she's trying to get her commission, but them the type of women who would have an issue with the Karen of the bunch because this man
Mm-hmm.
is showing you attention and this attention that she wants from him.
Mm-hmm.
So you I can't do business with you. No
At
ma'am.
all. You about to get all my
Mm-mm.
tax returns. You about to know how much money I made. You about to know how many times I breathe on a Saturday just so I can get this goddamn mortgage. And how do I know that that's not gonna get leaked because you are a jealous spirit looking to run your behind up Brian's freak flat? Like no, no, mm.
Yeah, because even when she brought up the whole Zach and Fatima thing, no, this happened before. Oh, girl, because I was getting ready to say,
What was you
no,
getting ready to
ma'am.
say? Cause my
What
pregnant
was you
ass was
what
getting
were you
ready to
gonna
bust you in
say,
your mouth. I gotta stop.
girl?
This is why I stay to
Because
myself.
and my thing was, if I did conceive this child with Zach while he was with Fatima, what you gonna do about it?
What you gonna do?
Oh, okay.
What you gonna do, Curly Sue? At this
Not a
rate, I would have
thing.
much rather it been Jennifer coming through the damn door as the realtor than
Me,
this. Because y'all thought it was
me too.
Jennifer.
At
Some of
least it
y'all was in
seemed
the
like she,
comments
she
saying
would
that.
have some allegiance to Karen.
Hello.
This little chick here,
I don't know, y'all. I really don't believe that Brian is there to scam Karen. I actually got a video about it. I think that he's 100% tied to Aaron, and that's what I'm going with. Again, season 7 starts next week, so we ain't gonna wait too long to see. We ain't gotta wait too long to see what he really about.
yeah.
But it feels like, well, we know that she's gonna get this salon because we've already seen the trailer. I'm about to say it feels like she's gonna get it. It's gonna all go through. It is all gonna go through. I wonder how much of
It's
her
gonna
own
get
money she's
everything.
gonna have to put up, and I pray that she can just, like, if Aaron is behind this, please give her enough money just to give everything back to Andy immediately. Like, I really don't want her to borrow no money from Andy.
Yeah. Because Andy's still tied to Gary, I think, in some type of like financially or just in general. And I don't want Karen stuff to be tied to that because we've already seen what can happen with Gary, and now he's about to be investigated by the FBI. And I just feel like anything that he is a part of, because I don't. Does Andy have like complete ownership of the penthouse and the Rolls Royce?
Yeah, she's supposed to.
She does. Oh, okay, okay,
Yeah, they're both in her name completely and paid off.
good. At least she did that. That was smart. Okay, yeah, that was smart. That Gary, baby.
Child, I'm about to say that's where that brings us to. Back to the top of the episode, we have arrived. I think that's the only thing that we have yet to talk about in any depth. Penelope rolling up on Andy, Gary showing up, and
Oh, we didn't end Danny's storyline. If you
oh,
want to deal with them last
okay, let's do that.
about her getting kicked.
I don't
I
know where
said
Tyler
first
pulled that shit from, but it just feels very out of place as well.
or attempted kidnapping. Um, wait. Okay, you know, busted the windows and then you waited for her to come
And
out.
he
So
bust
this
all
is
the
like
windows. What kind of fucking robber bust all the
you in the airport with security.
You're in the employee
So
lot
you're
at the airport. What are we doing?
What are we doing? You literally had time to bust her window, wait for her to come outside, and to attack her with that damn bandana around your mouth.
All I know is it's not
I
Jonah.
said, no. Yeah, we know it's not Jonah, but it made me wonder, is he somehow attached to Jonah in some connected to Jonah
Right.
in some way? Because why Danny? Of all people, why her? That's the weirdest thing to me.
Why Danny in her little electric vehicle? Like, I don't
And it's
know.
Danny stuff. So we can't push top tier vehicle. So out of all the vehicles you want to, break into hers. And the fact that you didn't even want the car. That's what you weren't even still in the car. You just broke her
Yeah.
window and wait. Danny don't have no money. Danny ain't that chick. What you finna get?
What you finna get? Honestly, now that I'm
So
like thinking about it, because it just felt very weird to me and very out of place. It felt like a cliffhanger for cliffhanger's sake that Tyler decided to tack on the end because he ain't had nothing to leave us. What's gonna happen? Now I'm like, is Tony behind this? He got the little kidnapper van himself. He might got some seedy ass friends. And maybe he's like, he staged this because clearly, like, when we come back, Danny gonna have braids, her and Tony gonna be fucking. And I don't think that
yeah.
we're actually going to get any kind of clarity behind what happened on this night, except for them telling us. And I feel like the story is going to go that he put somebody up to it once she finds out, because she's not going to find out initially. He put somebody up to doing this just so that he could come in and save the day. Because if we remember, he was like, "Let me walk you to your car," and she's like, "Oh no, you ain't got to do that." Were you hoping to walk her to your car so you could catch this person in the act and then you could fight him off and then she would think, oh, he's so great and just protects me because maybe you overheard, maybe she did tell one of her friends about the whole Jonah thing and Preston and he overheard it. So now he feel like he got to do. Tony, you're fucking weird, bro. You're weird. I know
It
I don't got
is
proof that you did this, but now the more I say it, the more it makes sense to me.
facts. Those are facts. So it's like the girl been attacked 3 times in a matter of a good 2 weeks.
Yeah.
What the hell? Like, come on. And it's like, Tony, I don't want to think that about you because you got kids and but I don't know. They gonna have to explain this one. And we
Yeah.
didn't even need a cliffhanger. I mean, season 7 is next week. We didn't need that. We're okay. Hell, this is a regular episode to me.
That part.
I said, baby.
And even still, it's just additional trauma that
Okay,
Danny got to go through that her ass ain't going to process. And she's going to tack on her back, continue to carry throughout the world, and continue to make stupid ass decisions that sabotage her life because of it. Great. We just needed, I guess, another one. Like I said, Tyler Perry, you and DJ Khaled over here talking about another one. Danny trauma, another
another
one.
one,
Some man abuse her. Like, what?
another one. Horrible.
Christina, you think it's Jonah's revenge?
Yeah, Jonah would be my choice if I had to choose like who was behind this. I would more so go with him.
Ooh, Tracy B said that scene was in the daytime, but the previous scene was in the night. Yeah, when Zach and
Mm,
Fatima went over to Heather's house, that was at night, and that came before the Danny
that's
moment.
true. Hmm.
I guess Tyler wanted to go out on a confuddle bang.
That he was successful.
I can't.
I was trying to make sure we got everything. That's the only scene we didn't talk about. The one with Gary and Fatima and all them.
Yeah. It's either Tony or that guy she ran over. Yeah, it's Tony or Jonah. We gonna find out. Or maybe we won't, because Tyler, maybe the writers is like, okay, Tyler, we'll take it from here, and then they just never revisit it. We got her back, y'all.
Yeah.
I can't. I am cutting up. I am cutting up. Okay. Top of the episode. How you feel about this? Those scenes, Allie?
I guess I just really don't care anymore
Mmm.
about the whole thing about I can respect I don't okay. I think this is my issue with it. Andy portraying this role as if she's so hurt. When this and since season one, Andy has known that Gary has been with multiple women. That's not a shocker. You knew he was married. You knew you weren't the only one from the jump. And you also knew he was with multiple women. Now, what she didn't know was how, Gary was out here proposing to every damn woman in Atlanta. Like, she didn't know that.
Gary
Gary is
Borders is a
insisting that
wild
Penelope,
boy, okay? Because I buy them
and
all
this
the
my thing,
same ring is crazy. What?
Gary is a lunatic. And like you bought these women the same ring. Then he tells Hayden, I mean, I don't plan on marrying them. What? Then last week, he told us that he likes Andy, she good for sex, but he loves Penelope. Today he says he like her. I like her a lot. Excuse the hell out of me. You like her a lot, and that's who you want to be with? No, it's not. I'm convinced that Gary does not want to be with any woman. He don't want to be with anybody. He doesn't want to be connected to anybody. He just out here. You know what I think though? And
What?
even though this is no way, shape, or form to humanize Gary's character,
Mm.
I think that Penelope is probably the closest person he's experienced that has come close to loving him like his mom did. Other than
Mm.
that, I think that's the only reason why he wants to be with her. That's all I think about. Because I think Gary was a child when his mom died. And to get that type of love from a woman, I think she because she genuinely seems like a
Yeah.
warm individual. And that's the only reason why I could think that he wants to keep her in his life. I don't think it has anything to do with that child. I think Gary could care less. I think that it has everything to do with how she makes him feel. He
And
wants
if
to keep
that's
that,
the
but still use his dirt.
case, if it's the mommy issues, then why aren't you bending over backwards to shut all of your other goofiness down the moment that she found out about it? Like, that's the part that just don't add up
Right.
to me. Like, there is no real shift in his character. Like, okay, you realize the tactic of shitting on Andy is not working. So what now? What? If this is something that like is so tied to like what you felt from your mama, and this is the only person in Atlanta of all the women that you have stuck your peen in, this is the only woman who gives you that, then why aren't you going balls to the wall to preserve that? Like, he's not abandoning any of the facades, he's not abandoning any of the shitty ass choices, he's not abandoning his misogynoir, he's not abandoning any of these defense mechanisms that he built up to protect himself from women figuring out his shitty ass, like, it just, which it's a writer question, not necessarily a character question, and it frustrates me because regardless of completely disliking Gary as a character, he is a character with a ton of meat on the bone when it comes to potential story to tell with the character. So just tell the damn
Yes.
story. Don't excuse
Yeah.
away the psychopath, but give this. You created a psychopath. Now walk us through the life of a damn psychopath.
Please. Do that. Yeah. Yeah.
And yes, it was just shitty writing for Tyler to act like, or have Andy act like she didn't realize that it was a bunch of other women. Ma'am, you had their photos in your house and you was crying. Like, you was ugly crying. Oh, he just lied to me. Oh my God. Girl. That's why Andy, I was like, girl, not too much. Let Fatima talk because you have known all this information for the last at least 4 weeks and still decided to spit on his little special stick after he told you your coochie was whack.
Yeah. And everything about Andy he
That
said
man
was
is a
just like
menace. Why would he do that? He
absolutely.
told her coochie was whack. Her
The
head
house
was
ain't
whack. Gary has done a lot of trifling shit, but like the cherry on top is why would you do that? Why would you say that? That's not funny. That's not funny.
Gary is just like him, but then he's just bold. He's just bold. Your house ain't your head ain't your sex ain't like, oh God, okay. All right. Okay.
His
Yeah,
cobwebs in
yeah.
your coochie,
But look
like
at
he
you. You coming
just
back. You coming back.
and he do it knowing that like that was gonna make Andy want to go above and be, and it's just like you are a special type of crazy, bro. Like you are literally a special type of crazy.
Yeah. Gary is it seems like Andy just enjoy being dumb for Gary. I think about the time he chewed her out at the that you know you bold when you go off on somebody while you in jail. While you in jail. Gary
Her
had that
bottom
one
lip quivering. She
man
trying to
up
figure out
to
what
the
she could do.
bed.
Ma'am, he is chained to this fucking desk. Beat his ass.
Baby, or I'm like, Andy, you have a weapon. The chair is your weapon. Pick up that chair, knock him the head out. But what did she do? Karen in the car with her man Aaron. They having a nice little conversation. And Andy want to call her, girl, do you know what he said to me? To me. Yeah. Yes. Pretty. Oh, I'm gonna call Paris. And girl, Gary ain't never gave two dams about you in that way. He's proven that. He's literally proven that. He likes to control you and manipulate you. But you know what I found so interesting though? And it made me and it's like it's something that you said. Gary does have so much meat on the bone because he told Andy, I don't care about you. I don't really, I don't give a damn about you. Whatever, whatever. Andy tells him, well, the same way that you say that you don't care about me, Gary, I don't care about you. And Gary was like, yes, you do. And, you know what I'm
Yes, you
saying?
do.
Yes, you do. I said, Gary, you're not lying. You right. You are right. But it seems like he gets off on knowing that women have a need for him.
Mm-hmm.
And it's interesting because like Andy, it's almost like, she does love him, as she stated. It may not be what it was, but the thing of wanting to make it work. And then also the fact that he created this false makeshift marriage ceremony and he wasn't even gonna marry her. So it made me wonder what did Gary have planned if
Mm.
Karen never talked sense into Andy? What was he gonna do for this wedding not to go forth? Gary is diabolical. Gary is satanic. Gary is from the pits of hell.
From the
That
pits.
man is on a whole nother level, the way he treats people. It is crazy to me. Absolutely crazy.
Child, I
I
don't
said,
know.
baby,
Was
I
this
don't
before or
know.
after he got her left in the damn country? Because he
Baby,
could have did the fake marriage just to better sell that story of putting her in that damn country house out in the middle of goddamn nowhere.
girl,
The thought
he,
of Gary Borders is just so comical. Cause,
it is.
Cause why do you choose to do that with your life? Like, why is this what you want to spend your time doing? You could be doing anything in the world. You clearly have tons of financial resources, and your choice is to gaslight and abuse black women. So apparently, you were actually
Like
meant
it's
to
a
be
game.
poor. Got it. Like what?
It's a game. Like it's a damn game.
Ow, Cody.
I said, baby, Andy, who was it? Who said that? Demetria? Demetria was like, well, Andy told Penelope that she still loves him. Yeah. Like, I still love him, but not like I used to. And then Penelope said, well, do you still want to be with him? Up until last night, I did. I said, stop the damn presents. Excuse me?
You wanted to be
Up
with him up
until
until
last
last
night,
night when you were
you
already
wanted to be
actively
with
dating
Gary
somebody else.
while you're on a date with somebody.
But she was just
I
doing
said,
that to make
see,
him jealous,
this why
child.
this why I can't rock with Andy. This is why I can't rock with Andy. Because that's why I feel like she ain't through with him either. She said a whole bunch of stuff, but I'm like, nah, she ain't done.
She not.
No,
And I was
no.
watching her like
And I'm
have her little moment, and I literally just kept hearing you in my head of like, oh shit, she not done. Not too much, bitch,
yeah,
because you not done. You gonna fuck him tonight.
I wouldn't be surprised
Lord.
if she did.
Damn. Andy, you going out bad, girl. Like, you really going out bad because Gary is a terrible human being. Like, just terrible.
He is. Yeah.
Kimberly.
And I think about this. What
Kimberly said that
happened?
she got a. Penelope still got her ring on because she needs hers unlocked as well. Ellie, why did he give all these women this slave ring? It's the audacity for
That is
me.
so Kimberly. That is funny. That is hilarious. That's
I
hilarious as hell.
can't.
He got to unlock her ring. She can't take it off. He ain't
But
just
I
let
don't
her get
know.
up out of that.
Do you feel like Penelope is really done?
I think that Penelope, I don't think she's done with. I think she's done with Gary. I just think she's going to be very strategic as to how
Mm,
she separates herself from him. Um, because I look at like obviously her brother has a lot of money, and I
mm,
think he would do whatever needs to be done to make sure his sister is, taken care of and that she's okay. I feel so bad for her because like she's pregnant and then she's finding out all this information at one
mm.
time, and your feelings just don't cut off like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The father of her unborn child. So there are so many components wrapped up in this, situation. I think it was very real when she was like, I have to go. She's heard enough. I can't
Mm-hmm.
take Karen anymore. I have to get out of here. And I just honestly think she's genuinely a nice, a genuinely a good individual, and just how she got wrapped up with Gary is sad. But you have those men who will play the role for
Yep.
a long time. She's been with this man for 3 years. 3 years. I remember I knew this, and I'm not advocating for people to be out here having sex. If you are a virgin, that is a great thing. Hold on to your virginity if it's something that means that much to you. But I remember I was watching this talk show a few years ago, and this guy dated this girl because he made a bet with his friend that he was gonna, take her virginity, and made this girl
Mm-mm-mm.
fell in love with him. He proposed to her the entire time he was playing this girl. He stayed in that relationship for 2 years until they had sex. They had sex a few times, and then he bounced. He won the bet. And I'm like, you just got to be so careful with your feelings because people will play a part
Yeah.
to achieve whatever it is they're trying to achieve. And unfortunately, she got with Gary, who was, in the part of the good guy, which we all know he's not, and she done got wrapped up in it. But I think she done. I think she's more done than Andy.
Mm,
I do believe that.
I don't know. I think that she wants to wake up from this nightmare. I think it's interesting her having this whole calendar because I'm sitting there watching. I'm just like, girl, if you had all these dates and all these inklings, why in the hell is this the first time you're actually anxious? Like, why are you having all of these feelings and emotions now, but you had the good sense to make a note of how you were feeling, what you were thinking, and what you said to him on this date 2 weeks ago, or this date 3 weeks ago, or this date 3 months ago.
Yeah.
I do believe that she's a genuinely nice girl, but I do believe that sometimes the power of like potential and hope and ooh, this just came up for me, y'all. And if this trigger you, I'm sorry, because it might low key trigger my ass. Sometimes our desire to be special can really help us, like help our egos activate. So I wouldn't be surprised if she actually stayed and buys into like Andy wasn't nothing because of out of all these women, you are the precious. I think that more women desire that feeling or at least that sentiment to be communicated to them than we would like to let on. And I feel like she could probably be one of those women.
I think that's a good point. That's a very real thing. And I believe also women can know that you're not special, but your need to feel that way will
Mm,
supersede, you
mm-hmm.
know what I'm saying, the reality of what it is. So you're gonna stick around. Um, which is sad, all the way around.
Yeah.
Because it is like, you longing for something or desiring something that you can possibly have with someone, but this is the closest person in my proximity that I believe, even if it's fake, I'm willing to stick it out. Because what it also made me think about when you brought up that point is Penelope has been feeling as if she has not been the only one for a long time now. But now that it was brought to her face, now I got to deal with the reality of what I have been feeling that I've probably been, trying to suppress, trying not to think about. But now that it's knocking on my door, I got to answer it and deal with it. And the fact that she found two more women,
Mm-hmm.
like, hell, this the next night. Where did you find these women at? Where did you get the picture of the woman's hand? How did you find this stuff?
Mm-hmm.
You know, like that's the thing. How did you find this stuff out? And I think also I feel like Andy did her a disservice, even though she was trying to be there as much. And I'm not gonna take away from where Andy is in this position, in this situation either. But you had an array of pictures with Gary's women.
Mm-hmm.
So the two Penelope knows about, you need to add eight more. Because you had them pictures all on your damn island, baby, just all splattered across there. I can't remember the PI's name, but she told you
Leslie.
who Gary was. Leslie, yes, thank you. She told you who Gary was, what he does. You're not the only one, provided the proof, and you still did not want to accept. And I think the fact that Andy, you're messing with a married man and you think you special, why? Now, I can understand why Penelope may have thought she was
Right.
special, but why
Right.
you thought you were special? I had trips. I said, baby, where Gary took you?
Where? Because we've only seen y'all walking in the park.
Okay, you've been confined to your bedroom. He showed up to your birthday dinner and took you out, which means took you back to your house.
Took you back to
So
your
where did
house.
he
So instead of the 6 a.m. wake up to go ahead and get it on, he decided to show up at your birthday dinner with your homegirls at 9 p.m. and then stay till 7 a.m. That's your present.
Okay,
Okay, girl.
okay, okay. You should have
Mm-mm.
known it was an issue when he bought that knockoff brandy. This ain't that darn have you ever. I said, look at this mess here. But Gary loved doing what them things called? Singer sonogram, sing whatever they called.
Mm-hmm.
Remember he had them fake police officers
He
pull her
love it.
over?
He loves it.
Yeah, he liked doing stuff like
Which is
that.
like, okay, Tyler, this also speaks to his psychosis, but please get to the diagnosing, get to the like clarifying exactly where he is on his mental spectrum, because him continuing to menace in this way and us not having no real story tied to it or no clarity is pissing me off.
Big time.
Vaughn says, I believe Penelope's baby
Big
will
time.
be her motivation to get her some justice back. She now knows. Maybe.
Yeah. I can see that.
I think Andy be genuinely trying to move on, but it's just Gary just keeps popping up out of nowhere trying to win her affection. You know what happened when you play goofy ass games? You win goofy ass prizes, and the problem is she could be trying to move on, but she makes herself available to be a prize in goofy ass games.
Does she not? Gary, we're not good together. Say it. We're not good together. You know that. We are not good for each other. We need to leave each other alone. I'm not good for you. You're not good for me. 30 minutes later, they boning on her couch.
He's naked with all
That's
these
why
damn
we don't
flower
believe
petals
Andy.
in her bed. Vacuum this shit up. What do we... like, I can't. Diddy Taylor says, I wonder if she
That's
will
why we
warn
don't.
her about her brother telling her that she's still in love with Gary. Telling him that she's still in love with Gary. I don't know, child. You think she
But you know what's so
warn Jordan?
I'm gonna pause once because I want to ask you this question. I'm gonna get back to
Okay.
that. Did you hear about did you hear about the guy that plays Jordan being recasted?
Somebody has been posting that as comments, but I ain't see nothing. Well, I've been in the weeds of creating videos, so I
Okay.
ain't even had a chance to look it up, actually.
Okay. I haven't seen anything either, but I saw it on Facebook and I was like, I wonder if Erica heard about this.
Why, if he
But I don't think I've
was?
seen any official. But I know he's gonna be in one of Tyler Perry's new movies. I just don't know if they were filming it around the same time or if they're in the process of filming it now. I'm not sure.
Mm,
Oh, you heard about it, Demetria?
where do y'all hear about it? Because people be posting comments. I'm like, y'all got to give me some kind of proof. This is not the shade room.
Oh, they said he's on NCIS Sydney.
Mmm. See, Tyler, you got to commit. Thank God you got
Well,
a writer's
Tyler,
room. He hasn't been able to commit, which is probably how he lost Oh Boy. He lost Jake that way. Jake got onto a bigger show.
yeah, that's what I was going to say. He been losing. Thank you, Mimi Loves Peace for that information. And Robin K. Appreciate that.
Oh, and he's British? Is he British? He's filming that now, though. Season 7 was filmed back in May of last year.
Oh yeah. He's filming NCIS now, or the movie with Tyler now.
NCIS Sydney. He's filming that now.
Okay.
Oh, but he also was in Guy Ritchie's The Covenant. That was a little bit ago. Hmm. Yeah, I don't see anything on his but he also is not promoting Sistas on his social.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know, yo. I don't know if he's going to be recast or not. I don't like that he is, if he is, because it's like you already gave us this person. And Tyler films in like 2 weeks. Y'all couldn't figure that schedule out?
Exactly.
But it don't even look like the sisters follow him. Oh no, KJ do follow him. Um, yeah. Where did y'all get that from though? Like when y'all tell us stuff, I be wanting y'all to tell me so bad. Like, where did you see that? How do you know that he got recast? But at the end of the day, it's not even gonna really matter that much because she's also dating other guys. Like she's dating a dude from her law school as well next season.
Yeah.
I hate to figure out if Bruh has been canceled because it seems like Rich is gonna be staying around for a while.
It does. It does.
I haven't heard any news about that.
The last time I watched that.
What else about the whole? I don't know. I really enjoy Fatima coming to these little weak girls rescues, and I hate the idea of calling them weak, y'all. I'm not even gonna hold you. I didn't like it coming out of my mouth, but at the end of the day, that's exactly how Gary viewed them, and that's exactly what they be giving in these moments. And Fatima gives the strength that needs to be gave. Right? I
Yep.
kind of feel like Hayden is still redeemable. In the moment that he was getting Gary to admit to all his bullshit while they was listening on via Fatima's phone, Gary, like, Hayden was collecting all the facts again, and I'm like, okay, Hayden, now that you got all the facts, he got a baby mama, and he's still doing this, he still love Andy or like Andy and doing all this, he gonna get him back, blah, 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 blah. This is where you decide that you don't want this. This is where you decide that you can't be friends with him anymore. This is when you decide that this man is very low vibrational and you can't with it. Even if you got beef with Fatima, you don't need him to get back at her ass. And if this is the case, like, you can walk away from him and then go sit in your office and decide, you know what? I'm not going to get back at Fatima. I'm done with it. I'm going to go find somebody that actually loves me. But I know that's not going to happen, y'all. And I hate that for us.
I know.
What are your thoughts on
You know,
Hayden?
that on who?
Hayden.
I feel like Hayden Hayden's hurt at the moment. And I believe he just wants some type of solace for the pain that he's feeling because he really fell for Tamara. And even when Andy told Fatima like to leave Hayden alone, and she was like, "I know, I felt bad." I'm like, I have a hard time believing that because you say you feel bad, but then you threaten to basically take his life again, or yeah, when you was beat up and left naked on the top, that ain't nothing. And I'm like, well, Fatima, do you really feel bad?
Right.
Like, I'm not. And what exactly do you feel bad about? Like, that's the part I don't know. Because if you would cause severe physical harm to Hayden, but say that you feel bad because a woman was taking advantage of him that you put on the case, I just have a hard time believing that. But I do agree with you. I do believe that Hayden is redeemable. Never thought I'd utter those words, but Hayden has this thing with Samara really softened him. And I think initially when Hayden was introduced to us, he was introduced as an upstanding guy,
Mm-hmm.
period. And then Tyler changed his character so fast.
Yep.
It was so fast. He was a good person to Andy. He was protecting Andy from Gary. And then even when when Hayden was trying to talk to Andy, he was like, we're friends. And she was like, I ain't your damn friend. And he was like, look, I'm just trying to look out for you, trying to protect you. Because it was Fatima who brought him into Andy's world.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So I do agree that his character definitely has redeemable qualities. It is going to be interesting to see. I just don't want him to get caught up in this whole revenge thing with Gary, Mister I don't lose. I'm like, you've been taking L since we've known you, sir.
You
What you
are
mean you don't
literally the
lose?
prototype for a
I'm,
loser.
I'm like, okay,
You look loser up in the dictionary. You're the blueprint, ho. What are you talking about?
you're there. You're there, sir. You're there. Yeah, you're
No,
a
y'all,
loser.
but y'all saying in the chat that y'all got it from Facebook or you got it from another YouTuber. That's cool and all. But not a lot of people I think do a good job, especially in today's society on social media. And because I do have a journalism background, with citing their sources. So if I tell y'all something that's going to happen and it's something that I think is going to happen, I tell you I think it's going to happen. Versus if I know it's going to happen, I tell you this is this from this. Like even my character breakdowns, I pull that from the actual official casting notices that are posted because these are the same places that I go to look for auditions that I actually audition for. Like these are roles that I could actually audition for, and I find as I'm actually looking that up. So y'all have to be a little bit more media literate and a little bit more mindful when you're consuming claiming things from different people and ask questions like why before you run with it. I'm not saying that this is not true information, but if you can't tell me where or how you got it, or like where the information came from, then I'm less likely to run with it, because I am not trying to be sued. This is not Tasha K. It's just not.
I said, and let me tell y'all something, because I have a journalism background as well. I started really, really young with them damn bibliographies.
Mm-hmm.
Write your source. Where did you get this from? Period. And I think I love people who do that, where they will say, well, and I do it quick. According to DeVal's text, or DeVal's tweet, I'm gonna have a screenshot of it, because my whole thing is, if I'm gonna say something that I am coming as a fact, you're gonna get the proof that this is what was said, this is where it came from, because some people just be making up stuff and it's not real. But it would be interesting to see if he is recasted. That's gonna be something. But then
Yeah.
also this new guy that's supposed to be coming into the picture as well with Andy, this blast from the past.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be interesting thing to see.
Yeah.
What was it? I was reading the comment you highlighted. Um, Notice that out of all the men that Andy's been with, he felt the most intimidated by Robin, because he went all out for Andy when he found out that she was with him. You know?
Points were made.
Yeah. Yeah, because I mean, hell, your money don't mean nothing right here, because he got more money than you.
Ooh.
He's smart, intelligent. Half of the time we saw, what's his name? Robin was on a damn jet. He spent more time in the air than any other character on this show.
Hello. And was
Every
still
time.
working. Was trying to talk naughty with
Okay.
Andy, but still was closing deals and writing contracts. Gary, you a
Okay.
hedge fund manager? When are you gonna get the managing the hedges? Cause why do you have so much time on your hands? I don't understand
Mm,
it.
I'm
That's
telling
that's
you.
a joke, y'all. I know what a hedge fund manager is. There's a Wall Street guy, but we like to make a
I'm
little
telling you,
jokey
baby.
joke.
And we back on the same line when it come to working.
Even Hayden be doing something every now and again.
Yeah. Hey, to be
Whatever that
on
little
it.
calculator, boy. I think that's pretty much it, y'all. Anything else that we missed that we didn't talk about? I'll keep you updated. If I find out any information about Jordan getting recast, then I will let you know for sure. Y'all, I literally drafted like 35 topics to talk about for season 7, just from like different storylines and characters, and I've already started working on quite a few of those videos. I think I've released 10 videos thus far, so it's so many more. Thank y'all for watching, everybody who's already watched the videos, because the views have been crazy. I'm so appreciative of y'all. But there's definitely more to come, and I'm also trying to get caught up with Power so that Sistas doesn't take over my goddamn channel, because I am watching that. So yeah, be on the lookout,
Yeah.
because
Oh,
there's just so
it's been
much
so
more to
good.
come.
It's been good.
Hmm.
Raising Canaan has been really, really good this season.
It has.
I haven't
It has
I
been
have been
really
enjoying this little
phenomenal.
rock. I don't know if this rock was unique. So
Girl,
I like it.
girl, Rock and Unique is giving me everything that I need. But Joey Badass,
Yeah. He's something. He's something.
that man, that man, that
That's
man.
that's that's a fine chocolate man right there.
Whew,
But yeah, but yeah.
child.
But I is and for everybody who was asking me about my reviews, I didn't drop one review since it's been a week. I didn't
Well,
do it
you
because I was
moving.
moving. So I didn't record anything, but I do plan on recording a lot tomorrow. So I already have some video ideas I already started working on. So I'll be recording tomorrow and releasing them and everything like that. But yeah, so y'all be on the lookout for that. Erica has been, like I said earlier, just on it. On it.
We trying to go
on
into the
it.
new year strong. We trying to end the year strong, go into the new year strong.
Yeah.
Stay with this energy and motivation I have found. Cause Lord knows it has been an interesting
Yes.
couple months, child. Members, I am
Yeah.
going to be looking to do my members only live tomorrow. Yes, Thursday. So I need to post about that when I get off of here. And it's going to be a long one because we're going to talk about everything that I watched this year, television and films, and how I felt about it. And really just like kiki. So look out for that. Shout out to the members. I thank y'all so much for supporting in the ways that you have this year and investing in the channel. And also thanks to all the subscribers. Everybody in the chat has to be a subscriber to actually even comment. And it's just beautiful to see hundreds of y'all show up every week on live with us to talk and in the comment section of each video. Y'all don't know how much that means to us and how great it is for the content that we create.
Yes. Nanny asked, do you think Preston is trying to make Danny jealous with that marriage text? It wasn't a wedding picture. Well,
Well, I
we
thought
don't
she
know
said
what
it was
what
a
was the
picture
picture
and a
of.
text.
Yeah, it was a picture and a text message.
I think he was trying to make her jealous, and I think that he's actually married.
I think that he's married as well. I mean, I definitely believe he was trying to make her jealous. I had somebody message me, and they were saying that they don't feel that that was in Preston's nature to do. They just felt like that's what they were trying to do to get him off the show. And I
Mm,
disagree. Kind of disagree in a sense because I feel like if we go back and watch how Preston has been maneuvering, I think this is definitely in his nature to do. I think they could have did a
especially
better
after the
job as in this.
ultimatum.
Yeah, like I think they could have done a better job if they were going to exit him from the show. But his ultimatum, as far as if you don't marry me, then I know someone who will. And not only that, you bought this woman to meet Danny.
Mm-hmm.
So sending Danny a text and a picture, that is in his nature. Because I
Yeah.
remember when the first time he asked Danny, do you want to meet her? The hell what? Why would you ask that question? Do I want to meet the woman that wants to marry you? Are you serious? And then you bring this chick to meet me? Yeah, that's Preston nature.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I know y'all don't want to believe it. There's a lot of people who are still of the Preston is perfect camp, and I'm just like, okay, child, if that's what you really want to believe, if that's what gets you through the night,
Girl,
go for it.
'cause he's so far from it.
Any other
Mm-mm.
questions y'all have for us in our last Our Sisters Keeper of 2023? Allie, like we've been doing
It's
this for
fun.
6 months, it seems, right?
I think so. Maybe. Because when
Time
we
has
started,
flown. Did we start in May or June?
one of those months, I can't remember. I think June, maybe.
So, yep, 6 months.
Maybe June. Yeah.
6 months. What, like
Yeah. I
30
was trying to see if we
episodes,
missed it.
35 episodes?
Yeah.
Such a phenomenal journey. I thank you for joining me, friend. It has been incredible having these conversations with you, and you have kept me sane in more more times than I can truly count.
We got to. We got to.
If y'all don't have any other sisters questions, then we're gonna get ready to wrap it up. Shout out to y'all for joining us again on another dope episode of Our Sisters Keeper. Of course, we will be back for the season 7 premiere, which is next Wednesday, January 3rd, 2024 at 7:30.
Yeah.
Same time,
Y'all
same
think Gary's
place.
scared of no,
Wait, say it one more time.
no. Robin K asked, do we think Gary is scared of Zach?
That is a question because I was just like, when Hayden said we gotta get Fatima and Zach, he's like, yeah, Fatima, but Zach, and I'm like, what about Zach? You think Zach could beat your ass?
I'm trying to understand. Is Zach money in any way connected to Gary?
I thought that what you call it got the money back because he got it from his daddy. So aside from like the money that Bryce took from Gary to buy that building, but then they reversed it. I don't think so.
Okay. Okay. Because I was trying to figure out what
But
was.
maybe
I think
Bryce will
that was
pull
a
out of
great question
the
that you did
project
ask.
with maybe Bryce will pull out of that building project with Gary if he knows that Gary is actively going after Zach.
Yeah, because I was like, it has to be a reason why he wasn't so gung ho with the whole. Because I think, what's in the Hayden is more so we got to do Zach and Fatima when Zach ain't really got nothing to do with nothing, and then that's why I think Gary is kind of like, no,
Well,
like really,
Hayden
because
want to
what
do
does Zach
Zach
have to do
because
with
Zach is
it?
the ultimate op. Zach is the example of the man that he wishes that he was, which is wild because like
Mhm.
aim higher, but also Zach is catching straight simply for existing in the space that Hayden wants to occupy, not because he necessarily did anything wrong
Yeah,
to Hayden. Besides beating Hayden's ass at his job, because he did do that, y'all.
he did do that. He did. Yeah.
But I don't know. Gary could be
Hmm.
afraid of Zach. But if he's actually afraid of Zach, then it would seem that he would be less likely to buck bad at Fatima. But that whole
Exactly.
circumstance was weird to me. It was just it. That's again why we need more clarity around Gary and why he's doing what he's doing and why he's saying what he's saying because it's very hard to place what this stuff actually means.
Mm-hmm. Those are facts.
But that's a great question. Do y'all think that that Gary is afraid of Zach? I mean, pretty much everybody in the Sisters universe is afraid of Fatima, but is somebody afraid of Zach?
Right. Yeah. Because everybody got to be scared of him.
Um,
But I'm
well,
trying to think because I think one of the episodes where Zach then was playing basketball and Gary was out there, I think that Gary knows that Zach don't do him.
mm-hmm.
Like Zach ain't too fond of him, but
Yeah.
still, I don't think Gary acted as if he cared. Like so, but
Right.
that is a good, and I think that's the thing. Gary does so much, like you said, Erica. Tyler doesn't hasn't provided the reason he does the things that he does. So it's very he's a very unique character in the Sisters universe
Mm-hmm.
because he does a lot, but we don't know why.
At all.
We don't
Now
know
let's try to
why.
get the live to 100 likes while we're sitting here pontificating on who the hell is actually of able to incite fear into Gary Border's heart. I'm with Allie. Allie been saying this for weeks. We need to free Jasmine and put her ass back on him.
Yeah, because Jasmine is about that. She don't care. And then, you know what I noticed too? Fatima be quick to call somebody batch crazy as if she's
mm,
not.
I mean, she did have to
And
pull out her
then
gun because Jasmine brought her goofy ass up there with her cousins and them to beat Andy's.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Jasmine bought that life. I like her. She brought excitement. I like what she brought. I'm like, and then when Fatima told Gary, I don't think I said this yet, but she was like, "You make me not care about a job or prison." I said, "Well, that must be Zach too, because every week you about to do one, lose your job and or go to prison over Zach." So I mean, him and Gary in the same boat.
Okay, so what I
Baby.
will say, and this is not me trying to defend Fatima, but what I will say that I am taking from her whole that person is batch crazy. I think that Fatima knows that she is actually batshit crazy as well. I don't think that it's coming from a place of like I'm not crazy and everybody else is crazy.
Yeah.
What you
I
think?
mean, because she has admitted that she's crazy.
She is a
She has
hundred
admitted
percent
that she's
loco,
crazy.
cuckoo for cocoa puffs. Okay,
She's
she just
definitely
is,
admitted. She's
y'all.
definitely admitted that.
She could be your
And then
fave
we
and
go
crazy at the
to,
same time. Multiple
"Yeah,
things can be true.
I thought she was too. But I know now that you made her that way." I said,
The same
Andy,
way that Zach is working on your ass. Um,
girl,
Robin K said, remember when Gary wanted Zach to put in a good word for him to Fatima. to help him get Andy back. Yeah. But also, Allie,
Yeah, I
it
guess.
could be as simple as Gary don't play with men the same way that he play with women. And honestly, Hayden gets what he gets from Gary only because he has weak ass energy. He gives goofy male. He gives not alpha male. But Zach, whether we
He
know
does.
more about him or not, Zach gives alpha male. Zach gives like I don't have a problem putting my paws on you as my record would show, as well as just my attitude and demeanor. And when you think about it, we don't have a ton of examples in the Sisters universe, but for the most part, when Gary is met with a substantial, formidable masculine energy, he does not give that same energy. Because even if you go to Aaron, like he ain't always listen to Aaron, but Aaron was able to pull him back to a place that Hayden could never.
Fred. And he respected Aaron. I think the only man we've seen him get bucked with is uh or two, because he actually fought Paris. Only when it interrupts, the need that a woman may have for him, it will he attempt to do something to a man. Because he's acted that way with Paris and Robin. Like he has to exert his energy, with them when it comes. But
I'm trying to go back and vibe check them. Did Paris give off weak ass energy? I don't think so. I
I
feel like
think
Paris, it was
Gary
more
did
so
respect
like
because
this
he
is
was a
now or
janitor.
never. He's in her home. Like he is actually in her place. So I feel like that was less like I don't know if he would have met him with that same energy if he would have ran into him at the law firm.
Gary
Mm-hmm.
and Paris.
Mm-hmm. And then
Mm.
even Robin, he
I
never
mean, that's,
got buck enough to where it felt like they were about to fight. Like
no, it
he
wasn't.
kept
He
his
just,
distance when it came
gave
to
it off.
Robin. He just wanted to hurl insults across the goddamn desk.
Right.
For me, it's giving Gary's a weak ass man who can buck bad and dominate and manipulate women, but would never venture to do that with any man who got the time of day for his ass.
Yeah. This like most woman beaters.
Mm-hmm.
You won't do nothing to a man. Now, someone will, but for the most part, they ain't finna do nothing to no man. You want to be on a woman, which is Gary all the way. He
I
know
mean, the
what
only
woman
other
to do
person he
something to. I
had
bet he never raped
aggressive energy
Gary. I
for was
mean,
old boy. Where's Morris, who tried to
what
rape
happened?
get Andy? But that made sense.
He, yeah, that would make sense. And I would never forget that episode because Andy said baby about 50 times in a minute and 30 seconds. I never forget that episode.
Uh,
Never. Mm.
Yeah, because even in that moment, it's like he got big and bad with that man, but that was to boost his ego and to better position himself for this particular woman. So it's less about him being fully down and capable of going head to head with another man versus the ego stroke that he received from like saving the day. Like, boy, go to hell.
Mhm.
Yeah, so I don't know if he's scared of Zach. I just think that he doesn't confront men with real deep masculine energy.
Mhm. Yep.
Who? What if Paul met Gary? He would definitely not step to Paul, I don't think. Paul too
No, he
quiet
was
for
up
a
to Paul.
Gary.
He
Them
was
quiet
up to
ones be
Paul.
making people be real fearful because like I don't know what they gonna do.
Yeah.
Speaking of
Yeah.
Paul, I
Of
really
course,
wish he wasn't done.
Paul.
What do you say?
Huh? No, I was thinking, because Paul had put Zach in that, had his hands behind his back, and of course Zach had to headbutt him. I said, y'all can't let Zach get his ass beat, let another man get the upper hand on him at all. Yeah,
Chill.
it's not believable. Zach can't beat everybody ass either.
He cannot beat everybody ass,
Like, come
and I
on.
definitely got Paul putting them paws on his ass if he was not worried about being respectful with Fatima and kept his head on the swivel for this ghetto hood right that he just hemmed up. Do you guys
Yeah.
think that Paul and Robin have similarities? I never thought about Paul and Robin, but I think that Paul
Hmm.
is Fatima's version of Aaron.
Most definitely.
But
Most
also,
definitely.
like Robin, while I miss Robin as a character, Robin wasn't all that great either. Like he really missed me when he started becoming too elitist with the whole "you slept with a janitor." Was his penis like? See, I'm about to be very crude. Like, what do you mean? Did I sleep with a janitor? Maybe, nigga. Like, and it was good on that damn couch. What are you talking about? I don't know. So Robin kind
Hmm.
of
Well, I'm tell you, I
go
think
ahead.
Robin fine, right? Robin is amazing to look at. I've never been here for Robin, and because I my mindset was, when did Robin ever say he wanted to be with Andy? Because people was like, oh, he's the better
Mm.
choice. He's the, how can she pick Gary over Robin? I said, well, wait a minute. Robin wanted to bone Andy from the moment he saw her. He wasn't trying to make Andy his woman. He didn't want to be in a relationship with her. He knew how she got down. You want to come in? You just had a threesome with me and this woman you don't even know. And you think I ain't trying to wife you? And I'm like,
Ooh.
he never gave that energy. He wanted to see how far he could go. He knew that he could finesse her. He knew that he had the talk game and the money to back it up. But Robin has never, ever given me the energy that he wanted to be with Andy in a committed relationship. Mm-mm.
And
No. Yeah, I'm like, no. We know what Robin was on,
points were made, y'all.
period.
Points were made.
But that man told me he don't give a damn about your ring. He don't care that you engaged. I said, oh, so I already know what you want. You ain't no different than Tony if that's the case.
Except for
What
Preston
makes
and
him different?
Gary.
I mean,
Yeah, but
but it is
that's
Andy.
a valid point. That's crazy because I was definitely rooting for it then because I needed Andy to free herself.
Yeah.
But y'all, thank you for another titillating conversation about sisters in this
Yeah.
lovely Tyler Perry universe. We will see y'all back for the premiere episode of season 7. Be
New
sure
writers, new characters, better storylines, better and better. I'm so,
new
man,
hair, Karen glowing. Like y'all gonna prepare to be sick of me. Prepare to be sick of me. Cause this season is Karen's season. So prepare to be sick of me.
and all I'm gonna say is, since Fatima is supposedly pregnant, I want everybody to have that same energy about Karen not showing. Karen ain't got no baby bump. Karen should be throwing up. Karen should be having morning sickness. Karen. Keep that same energy for Fatima. Because I'm going to mention it every review just because I can. I'm going to mention it. Well, Fatima says she pregnant, but she ain't showing. I'm going to say that every review. That's all I'm going to say. But
And
I
that's
hope you guys have a happy new year. Please be safe. I know
yes.
some people are going to be in church. Some people are gonna be home. People are gonna be probably on the road, going to parties. Please be safe. Do not drink and drive. Get you a designated driver. Uber with your friends. Don't let your friends go home by themselves. But please be safe.
Please be safe. We need you in the new year. So please be safe.
Yes,
Have a ball.
yes,
Celebrate yourself. Take time to reflect on this past year, but do so with
yes.
a with grace and love and really positive energy for yourself because this has been a hell of a year, y'all. And we made it.
Amen.
Be proud.
We made it. We made it. Yes, we did.
We appreciate
We
y'all so very
did.
much for joining us, and we will see you again in the new
Bye, y'all.
year.